Today is Tuesday, February the 16th of the year of the Lord 2021. Today is the day before Ash Wednesday. Just again to remind that tomorrow we have ashes going to be distributed all day long. We begin 6:30 service in Spanish, then 8 o'clock Mass in English, and then we will have every hour from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every hour service in English. You can come if the weather permits. Today, the Gospel is taken from St. Mark, chapter 8, verse 14 to 21. The disciples had forgotten to bring bread, and they had only one loaf with them in the boat. Jesus enjoined them, "Watch out, guard against the leaven of the Pharisees and the leaven of Herod." They concluded among themselves that it was because they had no bread. When he became aware of this, he said to them, "Why do you conclude that it is because you have no bread? Do you not yet understand or comprehend? Are you hard-hardened? Do you have eyes and not see, ears and not hear? And do you not remember when I broke the 5 loaves for the 5,000? How many wicker baskets full of fragments you picked up?" They answered him, 12. "When I broke the 7 loaves for the 4,000, how many full baskets of fragments did you pick up?" They answered him, 7. He said to them, "Do you still not understand?" The Gospel of the Lord. This is a very strange, very complicated passage. There is a lot of ideas about this. But the one thing is, Jesus somehow criticized his disciples on one side. There is a misunderstanding of his disciples, and Jesus warns them against the leaven of the Pharisees and Herod. So it's really, Jesus harshly criticized his disciples. Normally, Jesus in chapter 4 of the Gospel of Mark, Jesus criticized the people outside, but not his disciples. Now, here is a really strong criticism against them. Do you have eyes and not see, ears and not hear? Do you not remember? Do you do not understand? Why? At the end. So this passage is difficult to interpret. No? Maybe there are two main ideas. The first, it is a misunderstanding even of the disciples of Jesus, not only the people outside the community of Jesus, but also his own disciples, about the power of Jesus, about the life of Jesus. The disciples could not understand. Another opinion could be that this passage has a very Eucharistic tone. It speaks about the one bread, one loaf, that Jesus is the bread that unites together the Jewish with the Gentiles. And maybe in the community there is still the old leaven. This is why Jesus warns them against the leaven of the Pharisees and the Herod. Maybe in the community, when they partake of the Eucharist, there were some still the old leaven, some old ideas. But maybe today's passage prepares us for what is next. That we will not read it because tomorrow is Ash Wednesday. When Jesus, but you have time, please read the whole chapter 8. And it will have meaning, it will have sense what I'm going to tell you. That this prepares what Jesus cures a blind man. And then comes Jesus asking the disciples, "Who do people say that I am?" And Peter will say, "You are the Messiah." But after that, Jesus speaks about that he's going to Jerusalem, that he will be rejected, he will be killed. So this is the first time that Jesus announces his death. There are 3 times, and the 3 times that Jesus announces, that Jesus foretells his death, the 3 times there's a misunderstanding of the disciples of Jesus. Maybe this is why today's passage, very strong, is criticizing the disciples of Jesus. They say with him, but they could not understand. And you will see, on Holy Thursday, all the disciples left. Because, again, the question is, why do you conclude? Do you not yet understand or comprehend? Are your hearts hardened? Do you have eyes and not see, ears and not hear? So this is a warning for you and for me. We may be disciples of Christ. We may grow up in Catholics, but maybe we misunderstand Jesus still. Maybe we do not know who Jesus is. And maybe Mark is telling us that we have to constantly go back to Jesus. We are his disciples. And we have the tendency to have a Jesus according to my own desires, my own wishing, my own liking. Instead, Jesus invites us to something else, to be his disciples. And really, that is a harsh criticism for his disciples. And maybe we need also to have a self-criticism about how is our Christianity, how do we follow Jesus. So are really we good disciples of Christ, or are we still blind and cannot see really Jesus, the Jesus that will die, that died for us in Jerusalem to give us life everlasting. Today is Tuesday. We have adoration to the Blessed Sacrament, so please join us in adoration. And then tomorrow, Ash Wednesday, just to remind you that there is a day of fasting and abstinence. Fasting and abstinence. May God bless you today and always.